Okay, welcome back here to Old Time Garage. It's Monday morning, and as you can see, shop's looking a little empty. I've got the 57 Chevy or GMC pickup. It's just sitting outside under the carport right now. I just moved Jordan's truck in here. Jordan is a new customer. He was watching some of my videos. He liked what he saw, and he was also a friend of Brent's that I did the 71 Chev pickup for. So Jordan has brought us this little pickup of his own that he's been working on for some time now. It's a, oh shit, you know what? I can't remember. I'm sorry, people. It's a 71 or a 72. Anyway, ain't gonna matter. They're all basically the same. Hopefully some crazy enthusiast isn't gonna tell me what's different about them, but anyway, here we go. So, what he's got going on here, he's got a big block in there. You can see 396. He had the motor all built up. He had a machine shop in town locally go through the whole motor, do it for him. That was 8 years ago. He's been, I think he started on the truck. He's had the truck forever. I don't know how long he's had it for, but I think he ripped it apart around, oh God, 8 or 10 years ago. And he had all the body work done. He's got that beautiful slate gray paint going on. He's got, I believe he's got 20-inch wheels on here. He's got her all bagged. Got her sitting nice and low. You know, it's got the factory bucket seats inside there. Needs a little finishing up. So anyway, what basically is going on here with Jordan is it's time. It's time. The truck's been sitting around. It's not helping it out any. It's time to just get it finished. And what's happened here is he had the motor done 8 years ago, and I think he said he was turning it over for the first 6 years. It's never been fired up, never been started. He was turning it over for the first 6 years or so, and then it slipped away on him for around a year or so. He never got around to turning it over. It was always in the garage. He never got around turning it over. And what happened was he went to try and spin it over one day, and she was a little tight to spin, and the bolt snapped off in the crank. So somewhere we're right down in that right there. Right down in there, the bolt is snapped off in the crank. So there's actually the washer still laying there. So there we go. Hey, it's a mistake. It can happen to anybody. Not a big deal. No one's here to pick on Jordan. That's the last thing you want to do. He's an awesome guy, good guy. So that's not what it's about. Shit happens is what it's about. Shit happens. So you got to remember when you got these vehicles, you got to look after them. Vehicles are like a woman. You got to take care of them. You got to give them a fine touch every once in a while. But anyway, so what we're going to do here, we're going to pull this 396 out of here, and we're going to have to take it all apart. I'm going to have to take it apart and see what's going on in there, because you don't know if you got rust in the chambers, up in the cylinder walls, or what's going on. So the motor, you just got to rip it down now. Unfortunately, you got to rip it all down. Hopefully there's nothing too bad going on in this little truck. Hopefully we can be a quick fix and save Jordan some money here. And so that's where we're at here this morning. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to begin. You can see I've got the jack. I was just starting to jack it up. Then I was like, holy shit, I better videotape this for you guys so you can you get a picture of this when I get the motor out. So we're going to jack this up. We're going to have this motor out of here in a couple hours. Motor and tranny, get everything all out of there. And then we'll put the truck back outside for now. And we'll get the motor down to the machine shop and get it all taken apart. And we'll wait for the good news or the bad news. Hopefully they get back to us within a couple days. So there you have it there. So anyway, so just a quick little thing here for any of you guys that are wondering. Our 68 Chevelle is over here. We finished off all the welding on it, like I was saying to you on one of the other videos. We got her off in the side bay here, so she's in there finished off. What happened was here, a friend of mine came by and he said, hey, he says, I started watching your videos. He goes, I'm lost. He goes, you're all over the place. You got cars here, cars there. He goes, they don't make sense to me. Okay, look, what you got to do when you go on YouTube, and you all know it out there, but I'm sure there's some amateurs at YouTube. When you click on my video, if you scroll down under it, it says in small letters, 34, 35, or 36 videos. I don't know how many I got up there. You click on that. When you click on that, all my videos will come up. And I know I've got 2 pages. Now, the first page that'll come up will be the most recent videos. The second page will take you down to the videos that were the further back ones, because we've been doing them for around a year now. So if you go to the second page and click at the very beginning, you can follow me as I go through all these builds. Because like I said once before, twice before, a million times before, this is reality TV. This is not a show. A show focuses on one vehicle at a time, and that's fine. That's what they're doing, because they're keeping you tuned on what's going on with that vehicle. But they have other vehicles on the go. They just don't show them. And I'm showing you everything that's on the go here all at once. So, you know, so if you, the little 41 Dodge pickup, for instance, you haven't seen that for a couple weeks. It's still here. It's just sitting out under my covered area because we're waiting for the proper offset wheels. The 57 GMC, here we go, big empty spot where it was. I think there's some dirt down there from it. But anyway, it's outside right now just till I get the motor out of here, then it's coming back inside. So you know, some of the car, if you watch the videos from the beginning and you watch them all, you'll see what's going on. You'll get them in proper order. Then you'll know. So this is never a video. I never do videos on just one car. My videos are once or twice a week now, and they're showing you everything that is happening in my shop. And actually, even look at this little piece here. A guy dropped off for me today. It's a good friend of mine, Ed. Ed used to be my body man many moons ago. Ed has acquired himself an RV. Good on you, Ed. Ed's going to go out and do some camping. Big thumbs up there, Ed, if you can see the thumbs up. Anyway, he's got this little thing, and what's going on is around the wheel, you can tell this is going to go around his wheel. Well, Ed's thing was missing that part, and Christ, to go buy that thing, they want who knows how much money for it, if you can even find it. So what Ed did was Ed has made this. Look at that on. Oh, let me turn this around here. Ed's going to see me on YouTube now, and he's going to. Oh, he even wrote his name right there. See that? He's even got his name in there. Ed. Oh, it's upside down. Maybe I just got it upside down. Anyway, this is a piece of plywood. Ed grabbed a piece of plywood, cut it to the proper shape all the way around here, right? Then what he did, that's the back side. So who gives a shit? On the front side, he's grabbed some wooden dowels, you know, round dowels. He's put them in there. Then he's Duraglossed around it, and he's made himself the exact piece that his truck is missing, the screws on around the wheel wells. So he dropped it off, asked me if I'd, you know, give it a couple coats of primer next time I'm primering something. And we'll sure do that for Ed. Ed's a good guy. Ed worked for me, so we're going to slip that in when we're primering something, primer that up for Ed and give it back to him. But that just goes to show you, you know, you don't ever, anything can be done. Anything can be done, you know. I mean, he's made it out of wood, and good for Ed. That's awesome. He's just, you know, it's just a motor home. It's just a wheel flare, so that's pretty good. But, yeah, so yeah, if you're watching this video out there, Ed, hey, there's a big thumbs up somewhere out there. There's a thumbs up. See that? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, guys, well, anyway, I will get right back to you here probably in a couple hours. We're going to get to work, disconnect some of this shit on this truck and see what the hell we can do. Get this big block motor out of here, get it down to the machine shop, and yeah, let's get rolling. I'm left here all alone today. Old Davey boy's not in here today, so I'm listening to my Sirius radio. Got the 50s playing in the background, and that's it. We're going to rock and roll ourselves to death on its Monday, June, whatever, 2014. See you in a bit. Okay, welcome back here. We got Brandon's motor out of his truck. We managed to get the tranny off it. We got a lot of the little parts taken off the motor for him, so we got the motor off. So we'll give you guys a quick view here on what's going on here at Old Time Garage. The motor out now, so let's take a quick look. Here we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. I put my fat fingers in the way. Anyway, probably not a big deal to some of you guys. You know, you're probably like, whoop-de-doo. You know, it's just an empty engine bay. The motor's out of his truck, and you know, what kind of boring video is this? But you know what? These videos aren't just done for you guys out there. I do these videos for the customers. The customers, you know, Brandon, for instance, I believe he lives in Vancouver. You know, this probably means a lot to him to be able to punch up on YouTube and look under there and see his truck and be like, wow, you know, there it is, right? Because, you know how it always is. You take your car to a service station. What do most of you guys do, or women do? You don't usually sit in a chair. You want to sit outside the door and watch them fiddling around with your vehicle or working on it. You know, you're curious what's going on. You like to watch. So there you go, Brandon, if you're out there watching. The motor is out. Here we go. We'll get a shot of it sitting down here. As you can see, it was all rollerized. You know, it's strange it seized up because it's very well lubed. There's absolutely no surface rust or any signs of anything going on here. You know, I've had several of these Chevys myself. I know several guys that have had them. They've had them sitting under the bench for like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You pull them out, they usually turn right over. Not necessarily that I would put them in after sitting that long without going through them, but they usually turn over. And it's strange this one decided to seize up. Who knows what's going on there? You don't know. It's a shame, you know. Usually it's the old Ford flatheads. You know, we're old school here, and those old Ford flatheads, they seize up really quick if you don't keep those suckers turned over. So, not that I'm knocking flatheads. I love flatheads. But anyway, there it is. The motor's out. Tranny's off it. Separated. Tranny's sitting right there. I think we'll talk to Brandon and maybe see about taking the tranny down, just having it look through. I got my buddy here. I got a good guy who works with me doing transmissions. You know, something been sitting this long. It doesn't hurt just to replace a couple seals. The last bloody thing you want to do is put the motor and tranny together, fire it up, and now a seal, because it's been sitting for so long, decides to start leaking. And then you're pulling the tranny back out, and you know, then it's just, it's costing money. It's costing money, it never ends. You know, I mean, sometimes people try and cut corners and they say, just leave it alone, don't do that. and it works. And other times it don't work. And you know what? They always turn around, they look at the guy that's working on the car, and they go, well, how much is that going to cost me now? And you're like, well, now I got to pull the tranny out. So now you're into it for another 2-3 hours. Oh my God, and blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes, you guys that own shops out there or work on cars for people. You know, customers just think because we got it out, they think we're trying to upsell them on something, and that's not the case. If anything, the transmission's out right now. So all he has to do is pay to have a couple new seals put in it, where if it decides to leave it and put it in there and it doesn't work, well, guess what? Now you're paying me to pull it back out again, because I sure in hell ain't doing it for nothing. But anyway, we'll talk to Brandon. We'll see what he says. I'm pretty positive he has a good attitude. He's the type of guy to do things right too. I mean, look at the truck. He's done a beautiful job here on it. He's done an absolutely beautiful job. Right color, right wheels. It looks good. You know, it looks really good. So that's all good. So anyway, there's our motor. It's Monday night. We're getting the hell out of here. We're gonna load this sucker up in the back of my truck, get her down to the machine shop, see what the hell's going on. Hopefully they'll let me know by Friday so I can let Brandon know, and that's it. If you're out there watching, there you go, Brandon. Your truck finally made it on YouTube. Its first big debut. It's out there, and we're working on it. Okay, buddy? And to everybody else out there, thanks a lot for watching. Tell all your friends, and let's get this channel rocking. Okay, see you later.